Well, hello. My name is Daddy-O. I do some YouTube and I do some Ubering from time to time. Yeah, right. Hey, listen, people are asking, I'm getting comments from people when they're talking about doing the rental thing about their acceptance rates. They're worried about their acceptance rate. They'll leave me a comment. Well, my acceptance rate's only at such. Well, I'll still qualify for a rental. Look, don't get wrapped up in the acceptance rate. I'm gonna tell you a real trick that I use right now up front. If you're worried about your acceptance rates and you're having to turn down runs, whatever, I turn down most of my runs or don't accept my next runs when I'm on a ride. If I have someone in the vehicle and we're talking and I'm working them, I've told you I work for tips. If I'm conversing with this person and everything, I don't want to be interrupted by Uber trying to say, hey, do you want this run? Trying to get me to look at my map, take me away from what I'm doing. No, 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 no. Soon as soon as you accept the run, soon as it comes in and going, yeah, I'll take that one. You hit it and you accept it, and you're fixing to go on it. Go down to the bottom, slide the screen up, go to that red button and stop it. Stop accepting any more runs or having them send you any more runs while you're on a run. Most of the runs I turn down are because I'm on a run. All right? So if you are worried about your acceptance rate and you find that a lot of the runs that you're turning down is because you couldn't look at the map fast enough, you were busy talking, you were busy driving, whatever, and you didn't get to it in time, and it's going to go against your acceptance rate, simplest way to stop all of that is when they send you the run and you go, yeah, I'll take that one. You go to pull off, go ahead and scroll the screen up, click that red button and stop it. Your acceptance rate will creep up for you, okay? That's the fastest way to stop them. Now understand this. Here's how Uber, when they send you runs, this is how it works. Someone goes on their app, the rider, and they go, I need a ride from here to there. And Uber says, okay, that'll be $20. And the person says, okay, I'll take that. So now Uber is going to have to find a driver to go do that $20 run. There's 3 or 4 of you parked right next to each other, Uber drivers. They send it to you, and it says $4.50. You turn it down. They send it over to the next vehicle parked right beside you, and they offer them $5.50. They turn it down. They'll send it over to the next driver over there and offer it to him for $6.50. He turns it down. You see what they do? They keep marketing to the lowest driver, trying to find the cheapest driver that'll take that $20 run and take someone somewhere. Because the person's already said, hey, I'll pay $20 for that. So now they try to find the cheapest driver that they can find to fulfill that ride for the rider. And that happens to be you. So what you do is don't accept every run. Know what they're doing. The more you can turn down the runs, especially if there's not many drivers in your area and they're getting their turn down, you'll watch in a few minutes that same run will pop back up for a few more dollars because they couldn't find a driver to fulfill what they were looking for, a cheap driver. So now they have to pay you because the person's already said, I'll pay $20. So now they'll pay you to go get that person, and they'll pay you $8, $9. That's the way it works. I have found that it works. You may have found it works a different way, but don't get wrapped. My acceptance rate, I looked at it just before I started this video, just to see what it was. I'm at 18% this morning. I don't care. The little bonus program they got going right now where you get 5% extra per dollar, 5 cents per dollar for a ride. That little acceptance program is a joke. That's just some of the incentive Uber, this would be a perfect business. That's why they're going to want to go to the electric cars that drive themselves where they don't need drivers, because each car will accept all runs. They won't have no turn downs. They won't have no cancellations. The vehicle will do what it's supposed to do. Drivers, we're kind of independent out here. We can say, no, I don't want to do that. I'm not going to do that. That's how we have the power right now to pick and choose. Pick and choose those rides that we want because they pay us enough. And I have learned over the time that if I sit here and don't accept a ride, sometimes I don't even acknowledge the ride. And they'll ask me, "Are you still running? Yes or no?" And I'll go, "Yeah, I'm still here." And they'll continue to send offers to me until I see the ones that I want. Till I know, okay, that's the one. That one right there is not normal. It's above. That means that other drivers have either turned it down or Uber's desperate to fulfill that rider's agreement to pay $20. And all of a sudden now they're going to pay me $8 or $9 to go get that person instead of the $4 they were offering earlier. It's the way you learn this over time. And a lot of new drivers are just getting caught up in that acceptance rate. And it's not, they include it. It's not that important is my point. They will include it into everything, any kind of offer they offer you. As part of it, your acceptance rate has to be a certain amount. To get gold, you have to be an acceptance rate a certain amount. To make diamond, you have to be at an acceptance rate of a certain amount. That's the game. They want that focus on taking every run. They want to encourage the human being instead of the automated vehicle. They want to encourage that human being to, hey, this is what you got to do. This is what we want you to do. You want to make it out here? Make sure your acceptance rate is high. Make sure you're doing the right things with to keep it there. It does not work. Stay away from it. That's my bottom line. I did a video on acceptance rates some time ago. I've only done one video before about it because I was getting some of the same comments. Now, if you've never seen my face before, if you've never seen me, hang on. If there's anything on these videos that I'm doing, and you're an Uber driver, that you think that someday there may be something here for you, just subscribe, ring the bell. You'll get notifications and all that kind of stuff. If you want to help the old man out, Daddy-O out, buy Daddy-O a cup of coffee down in the bottom in the description. Yeah, I don't always ask for that in my videos, but here recently, I've been getting some comments about it. So thank you very much, you guys. So please, 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 bottom line here today is don't get caught up in this acceptance rate. It's not that important. You can do a better job. You will make more money if you don't. I'm telling you, I've learned games to make more money out here doing Uber, and this is one that people seem to get wrapped up in the hardest. I've got to have that acceptance rate. Uber wants me to be a gold, a diamond. Ooh, I can do that. I did that in the beginning. There was no reward other than the fact that I was running my ass off. Bottom line, I was just doing things that I wouldn't normally do, places I wouldn't normally want to go. And in turn, you're carrying people that doesn't always respect. I tell you, I work high-end places now. That's my focus. If you've never seen my videos before, I don't always do everything that Uber wants me to do. And I haven't said it in this video. This is my storefront. I operate Uber the way I want to. You're as an independent contractor. Let me look over here in the camera. As an independent contractor, I do what the hell I want to out here, and I make it work for me. All right. So if you guys are new to Uber and you feel like you're obligated, don't. No. If you have any comments about this, leave me a comment. What do you think about the acceptance rate? Do you feel like it's something that's important to you? How do you play the game? What's your acceptance rate? Let us know. What some of the guys out here, I had a guy the other day to let me know that his acceptance rate at one point had gotten down to 6%. Yeah, I've seen mine as low as 8%. But 6%, man, you're doing it right. You've learned to play the game. That's the bottom line. What that told me. This person knows that it's not that important. Pick and choose. Do the runs you want. Let the algorithm know that you're not going to do those little chintzy runs. And that's the way it works for me. Anyway, you guys have a good afternoon, good evening. Daddy-O's going to let you go. I didn't even plan on doing a video today. I did one yesterday. I did one the day before, and I was going to let it go for a couple of days. But this morning, when I saw someone's comments about their acceptance rate again, that's made me key up that a lot of people are still paying attention to that, and you don't have to do that. So don't let them push you around. This is your business, your storefront. Anyway, you guys have a good afternoon, good evening, good evening. Daddy is going to sign back on the Uber and go back to work. That's what I do. Have a good afternoon, guys. Bye.